Hey guys, what's up? I am GojiFan98's and welcome back for another new video for today. Today we're on to the next episode of GojiFan98's Godzilla-Thon. Today we're on to the third entrance of a Godzilla franchise and the third movie for King Kong with King Kong vs Godzilla for 1962 and one of the best Japanese movies I've ever made. And my all-time favorite Godzilla movie of all time. So, alright, King Kong vs. Godzilla. What can I say about this movie? My opinion about this movie, it's one of the best films ever made in 1960s. Oh, wow. For 1962's King Kong vs. Godzilla was greatest. And this is the first time both Kong and Godzilla appear on color. King Kong returns to the movie screen since his own film in 1933. And now Godzilla returned after 7 years of trapped in ice. Both of these monsters appeared on color for the first time, and in 1962 it was part for Toho's 30th anniversary. And so, if you want to learn about the history about King Kong vs. Godzilla, there's a story of King Kong vs. Godzilla. It was by Wikizilla. Go check out this video in the description below so you will see. But I'll talk about much as I could. By 1960, Willis O'Brein, the man behind the original King Kong, he wrote his own treatment called King Kong vs. Frankenstein. It drew very interested to John Beck, but when he hired George Yates to write the script, along the way, Frankenstein's name was changed to Gingo and Prometheus in order to obey the drawer Universal rap, because Frankenstein was owned by Universal Pictures. So, until that time, when Toho was interested in the idea, and they decided to keep Kong, and they replaced Frankenstein monster to Godzilla. But Willis O'Brein was never found out about this project until the month after his theater release after his Japanese movie. So, King Kong vs. Godzilla was really great, and this is the first time Kong was betrayed by the guy in a rubber suit. And Godzilla's design in this movie looks very amazing. He lost his fourth toe while he was entombed in the ice, but now he has 3 toes. And it will continue to do that for the rest of the Showa Godzilla series. The King Kong suit, oh man, I'm gonna have to talk about that design. His head, I don't know what's got to deal with it, but it looks pretty funny, a little bit weird. King Kong was portrayed by Shiroshi Hoisei, who will later portray as King Ghidorah in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster and the Invasion of Astral Monster. So, according to that time, Haruo Nakajima said to Hoisei, "You can easily be in King Kong, but with the suit you can't be King Kong." Well, that's true. But also at the time, a 7-year-old boy named Masaki Tezuka, who would later direct most of the half of the Millennium Godzilla series, was one of the children seeing Godzilla for the first time. He remembered that theater was full of a lot of people. He couldn't get a seat, so he's only stand beside 2 adults, but he can barely see the screen in the theater. Akira Ifukube returned to score in the film. His score in this Japanese version of King Kong vs. Godzilla was amazing. And Ishiro Honda returned to direct the movie. Also for report, while hiking alone during the location shooting, Honda injured his arm and he was rushed in the hospital until he returned in his set 2 days later. Now, according to what I heard, that during the scene when Godzilla and Kong fell off a cliff, Hoisei recalled that Nakajima became pinned on top of him, and the crew was scrambled to free him. Nakajima said that incident never happened, but Koichi Karakito remembered that incident. So, that's what happened when the song was going to happen, but you'll never know. Anyway, there was supposed to be a double ending. Supposed to be in the Japanese version Godzilla wins and the American version King Kong wins. But that was documentary from the book. It was way before the internet. But when the internet comes out, the truth is out, the double ending was just a myth. Also, according to Tomoyuki Tanaka's book, he said about both Kong and Godzilla fights were actually end up being drawn. But there's also had to feature a giant octopus to appear in the movie. It was part of one of the ideas for Eiji Tsuburaya was supposed to tend to happen in 1951. Tsuburaya finally got his chance to bring his original idea to life. They used 4 live octopus in the scene. After they finished the shot with a live octopus, the crew released all 3 of them. Eiji Tsuburaya ate the 4th one. Like, I ate my own special effects. Man, what is with people want to eat that? Well, that's what happens, I guess. Anyway, shortly after the movie was released, there was supposed to be a sequel to follow up as continuation, King Kong vs Godzilla, but Toho wasn't interested in the idea. They just don't want to make it. The guy who wrote the script for King Kong vs Godzilla was Shinichi Sasagawa. Wrote this story. He also wrote the canceled script called Continuation King Kong vs Godzilla. When this project was canceled, now according to RKO charged Toho to pay 80 million yen or $250,000 for the rights of King Kong for 5 years. But Toho managed to get one more film to make with Kong in 1967's King Kong Escapes. So there is a lot of story. We were supposed to be getting a remake of King Kong vs Godzilla in the 90s, starting in 1991. But this idea was never came to be because during Turner Entertainment demanded Toho a lot of money. But that concept, the idea of Godzilla vs. King Kong 1991, was end up being used in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. See, where in that idea, when King Kong gets killed, and he was later revived to become a cyborg, as Cyber Kong, but later it was later to be used for Mega King Ghidorah. Well, I'll save it when I get there. Even there was supposed to be a 1994 version, that has also never happened. And also trying to feature Anguirus to make an appearance as well. According to I heard from John May's book, The Lost Film Mutant Edition. But we're getting a bigger Hollywood's budget remake on the way, coming soon in the year 2021, Godzilla vs. Kong. But I'll save it when I get there. So anyway, I really love the score of the film, but when the movie came in the US about a year later, John Beck got an agreement with Toho, and he sold the rights for distributors of King Kong vs. Godzilla to the Universal, but they asked John Beck to do an Americanized version of the film first. Americanized version to use the American actors to make an appearance, like Godzilla 1954 did, with Raten Bird footage to make an appearance. Well, if you want to learn more about history about King Kong vs. Godzilla's story, go check out that video below in the description to check out about the story of King Kong vs. Godzilla by Wikizilla. Well, that's all I have to say for King Kong vs. Godzilla. Stay tuned to the next episode. I'll review Mothra vs. Godzilla. Stay tuned. Bye.